Hello. What we're going to learn today is simply a bonus. It's not essential to your piano journey, nor is it essential if you want to have a good understanding of music theory. All it is a tool that could be handy for understanding and remembering the major keys that we spent the last 12 weeks on. Let's get into it. So this is the circle of fifths, and it basically looks like a big clock. I'm going to draw it out for you, starting with my clock face, and then I'm just going to put these slashes on all of the hours, 12 in total. Starting at the top at 12 o'clock, this is C major. C major is a good center because it has no sharps and it has no flats in the key signature. So let's think about the sharp key signatures. I've mentioned this before in my 12-week major key challenge, but whenever you're looking for the next key in order, so for example, going from 0 sharps to 1 sharp in the key signature or 1 sharp to 2 sharps, all you have to do is take the current key name and then go up a perfect fifth, which is 7 half steps, to find the next key. So if I start on C and go up 7 half steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, otherwise known as a perfect fifth, I land on G major. So I'll write G here at 1 o'clock, and right beside it, I'm going to remind myself that this key has 1 sharp. So we can keep filling in these time slots by going up a perfect fifth or 7 half steps to each new sharp key. So up a fifth from G is D major, and I'll write 2 sharps here, and then up another perfect fifth from D is A, and I'm just going to keep going. And here are all my sharp keys. There are 7 sharp keys total. Now let's think about the flat keys by going back to C major. The flat keys go counterclockwise. So rather than thinking up a perfect fifth to find the next key in the flats, I'm going to think down a perfect fifth, down 7 half steps. Starting at C, go down 7 half steps.
1, 3, 5, 7.
And we get to F major. F major has 1 flat in the key. Now if I go from F down 7 half steps, we land on a black key, B flat. B flat major has 2 flats, and then I'm just going to keep going to fill in the rest of the major keys on the flat side by continuing to go down a perfect fifth each time. Okay, but check out when I get to A flat major. 7 half steps below A flat is D flat major. The next slot in this circle seems to be already taken up, right? But if you remember the word enharmonic, you'll understand that I can write D flat below C sharp because they are the same note on the piano. So remember, the notes in the scales are the same, but they look very different on paper. Then a perfect fifth below D flat is G flat, which is the enharmonic equivalent to F sharp. And finally, a perfect fifth down from G flat is C flat, the enharmonic equivalent to B. And those are our 7 flat keys. And that's the circle of fifths. But one more thing, it's important to know what the sharps or flats are in these major keys. Just knowing the key name and that it has 2 sharps, for example, doesn't help us find all the notes in the scale. And that's why we need to know the order of sharps and the order of flats, which we studied in our 12-week major key challenge. But let's review it here. The order that the sharps come in can be remembered by saying, funny cats go down alleys eating bugs. So if a key has 1 sharp, we know that it's going to be an F sharp. If a key has two sharps, we know that they are going to be F and C sharp. The order always stays the same. So I like to write the saying here on the sharp side for quick reference. And if you want to be even more extra, you can write in the key signatures by each key. The order of flats is big elephants always deserve good circus food. Or you can just think of the order of sharps backwards. If you have a major key that has 4 flats in it, you know that they are B, E, A, and D flat. And if I write the order of flats on the flat side, then I have a complete reference guide to all of the major keys. Now, how can this tool be used? Well, it can help you remember all of the key names and how many sharps or flats are in them. When I was learning about major keys and music theory, it really did help me, especially when I had to take music theory tests. It's just a quick reference guide to make sure you're remembering all the key names. You can also, at a glance, see what keys are closely related to each other, and this can be handy if you're interested in writing music. Great pieces don't usually stay in one key the entire time. They often transition to a different key for a while, and closely related keys sound the smoothest. Like I said in the beginning, the circle of fifths is just a bonus tool. Use it if you're having trouble remembering all of the major keys and their details, and it'll also help you eventually memorize them, so you'll never need the circle of fifths after that. Anyway, I hope that was helpful and or interesting for you. Take care, and I'll see you next time.